I'm Katie Anderson, and today we'll be making Nestle Toll House cookies. Chocolate chip. With no nuts. I've already preheated my oven and measured all the ingredients, but I will tell you all the ingredients and their measurements. First, you'll need some all-purpose flour, and measure that to 2 1/4, and get that in a small bowl or your big measuring cup. And then what you want to do is you want to add a little less than a teaspoon of salt, because too much salt isn't too good. So pour that in and in our small bowl. And then you want to add a teaspoon of baking soda and pour that in. And you want to mix it. So now we have that mixture. So set that aside. You want 2 sticks of butter that are already softened. I've let these sit out for probably 5 minutes, maybe less, but they're pretty soft, and you want to put that in. You want 2 sticks, and then you want 3/4 cup of white sugar. Pour that in, and 3/4 cups of brown sugar, and you want to pack it in. So to make sure it's packed in. And then you want to put that in. And then you want to put some vanilla extract in. You want a teaspoon, and we're going to use this. It's equivalent to a teaspoon. It's very small. But you can use a little over a teaspoon if you want. Flavor's good. That's just a little over. And then you want to get your mixer and mix this. You probably want to start off with a lower speed and get higher as you can go. That's not broken. Okay. Sorry, that was hard. And if you need to, you can break up the brown sugar. I patted it in too hard. So I'm just going to break that up. My hands are perfectly clean. So, oh yeah, wash your hands before you start. Always nice to be sanitary, especially when you're giving cookies to someone else. Pretty sure they don't want dirty cookies. As you see, when I'm moving it and picking it up, I turn it off, because if you pick it up and it's not off, well, have fun cleaning the mess up. Make sure it's beaten really well, because it needs to not have like any chunks or anything. So I think that's okay. Okay, some advice. Don't pat your sugar down that hard, because I made a mistake and it's really, really hard. I got some chunks in here and trying to avoid that. Gonna squish them a little bit. Okay, so after you mix it, your batter will look like that. Okay, so then you want to add in your flour a little, and salt and baking soda a little bit at a time, so you can keep on mixing. In 1 minute, I forgot to add the eggs, so we'll do that too. So, don't want this falling over, so try and get some of that off. Okay, we're going to let that sit in there. So, you're going to get 2 large eggs and add them in one at a time and mix after each one. So there's 1 egg. I'm going to push this all in the center so it's still able to be mixed. And then here's the second egg. And then mix. Then you're going to put in still more flour because you got more flour to put in. Push it in the center so you get it all mixed in. Okay, so next we're going to add in the chocolate chips. So we're pouring in the whole bag. And then you want to mix it. So, they're mixed. Then you want to get all this stuff off and put it in the bowl. Then you're going to make nice little circles, and those will be your cookies, and we'll bake them. This part you want to make sure your hands are clean first, and then wash them at the end too. You want to get you can use a spoon. I like just using my hands. Get a little ball around that big. Put them 3 across, depending on how big your pan is. Mine's about, well, you can see. I don't know how big it is. But get a little ball and put it on the, make sure they're spread apart too. Okay, so now that we're almost done, we're going to put these in the oven, and I'll make the rest a little later. But this is only my first batch. Okay, so now you want to put it in the oven for, I think, 9 to 11 minutes. So, yeah, 9 to 11 minutes. Careful, the oven will be hot. And set your timer. Clear off timer. I'm going to do 10 minutes. And then you click that. And there you go. So, now that our cookies are done, we're going to take them out. So, I think the other tray needs a little more time, so I'm going to leave those in. Then we're going to cut them apart and put them on a pan to let them cool. They're going to be extremely hot and extremely soft, so be careful. Okay, so let these cookies cool and enjoy.